Maybe in another life I was a comedian. I grew up watching cartoons, so my role models for how to act like a human was Bugs Bunny and Tom and Jerry. So, you know. So the only light in here, I've got one light in the back. It's a very, very dim light. Got light on camera, light on this camera going down to the desk, and that's it. I've got a window shade opened. Oh boy. I don't like doing this when I'm hot and sweating. Sorry about this. Alright, don't do it that way, Jim. Come on. Jim, be reasonable. No. Be reasonable about this. You're screwy. That's what you are. You're just a scurvy little spider. Oh, I can't wait to watch Christmas movies. I should do a Christmas theme on my website. That's what I should do. All right. Be real careful picking these boxes up because the bottom will fall out on you and half your cones will fall onto the ground and become toys for kittens. True story. All right. Okay, so and I'm looking down the barrel of an OCB cone. OCB cone. Now, if I wanted to pack them loose, I could stop there. But I like to pack it down a little bit. Just a little. You can sort of see it, right? It's almost see where. Yep, there you go. Just a little more to go. And then I'll do another one. Or I could just stop there and fill in. You know, I'm gonna stop there and just make two little ones. You know, this is probably all you would have had in a joint back in the day anyway, because you know, you take your paper, you dump it in the middle, and then you wrap it up like a piece of candy, right? That's what you do. That's how you roll a joint. Stick it in there. You just stick it in there and wrap it up. That light is terrible. These LED lights suck. I wasted my money on them. Fucking A, man. So I'm thinking. I need to buy some, like, you know. Hold on one second. I can't talk. I can't talk and fill cones at the same time. Okay, that's good. I have also learned if you buy one of these boxes from Amazon, right, and I'm totally gonna buy some more. Wherever you store it on its side. Because as far as I can tell in the default configuration, it slides out every time you try to pick it up. I've got tape on it, so it doesn't do that at the moment. But I lost half a box of these when I reached over, picked it up, and it fell out, and they fell all over the place. So, you know. Yeah, no. You know. So I ended up getting a whole one out of it anyway. So I got 1.5s out of that grind. That's a better grind than I ever had at work, that's for sure. Happy Halloween. I'm gonna. Well. Alexa, what time does the sun set?
Sunset in Lynn will be at 5:39 p.m. today.
Okay. So I'll be going around 5:30. To get ready for the Halloween stuff. Giving out candy and you know. I'm hoping MXR sees my videos and sends me some free stuff to review for them. That would be nice. I would totally do that. Fucking A, I'll do 8 hours for every pedal that MXR sends to me to review, and I will spend 8 hours live playing with it. And raving about how awesome it is. So let them know. MXR, hook me up. streaming, I think, is more my speed, right? I think I'll make YouTube videos once in a while. It really does take a lot of effort and time that I don't currently have. And I really want to focus on streaming and working out an angle so that I can get my foot in the door in the cannabis industry, however that works. I mean, maybe I'll help bring forth the first stoner AI. Stoner AI. An AI trained on the history of every cannabis strain ever, plus every ounce of stoner culture and pop culture. Train it on all the laws and the history of those laws so that it knows what has been going on for the last few decades, half century. Fuck, 70 years? 80 years? 90 years? Shit. We all inherited a lot of shit, man. It's funny how that works, though, isn't it? We, people, humanity, right? The old adage, the more that things change, the more they stay the same. Yeah, that's true, right? Nothing's changed. Nothing has changed in the last 16 years except our smartphones have gotten faster and bigger. And now we have AI to get in the way of it all. Okay, no, AI is not getting in the way of it, but things are changing fast because of AI. Yep. Learn everything you can about AI now while it is freely available. Because pretty soon, all the free shit's going away. The free shit is us training it. And once they're done training, all the free access will be cut off. That's gonna happen eventually. Maybe Google OpenAI will probably still have a free version, right? That would be nice, but it's gonna be very limited. It'll be a chat buddy you can talk to. Kids might use it to get help with homework, right? Like first grade math or something. But we won't be able to do what we're doing now with it, which is creating art, entertainment, cures for cancer, right? But that's the dream, isn't it? That's the dream. That AI might save us from ourselves. The real question is, will it be against our wishes? No. Right now, AI is a tool that can analyze data so quickly that you get more done in less time for less money. And that's the promise, right? Hmm. That's almost a post scarcity society, right? What if an AI was connected to one of those experimental food printers, right? Now, Maybe you automate an entire kitchen, okay, and you've got an AI running a kitchen, right? As long as the kitchen is stocked with whatever it needs, it could print you any food you ask it someday, right? Someday it'll do that. And it will know you and it will remember your preferences and it will know that, oh, you're allergic to peanuts, so, or whatever, you know. That's a neat idea. I mean, it's obviously I got that idea from Star Trek. That's not a secret, right? But the fact that AI, if we can imagine, like, that's a very small leap. We have all of these things. If we can just put them together, right? Automate a kitchen with robotics, connect an AI to it, um, and a couple of food printers, right? Whatever those are. I've heard about them, I've read about them. I have no idea if they even work yet, but someone's out there is working on them. And I mean, how cheap is that, right? So how inexpensive would the food become if you don't have to pay workers to make it? Now, sure, workers, so cooks and chefs are out of work, all of that. But on the other side of it, food becomes very cheap, very, very cheap. And those chefs and cooks could contribute and run their own AI food centers. And when enough of those pop up and the price of food is so cheap, I mean, for pennies, you can get an entire day's worth of meals for a family. Can you imagine that? That is, to me, is post scarcity, right? AI is doing all the work, but AI is also feeding us. Um, the last part is the government going to stop charging us taxes to live on land? You know, do they need taxes if AI have created a post scarcity economy? Do we need to pay taxes? What do they need taxes for? Well, to to supply an army with food. Well, you don't need money for that anymore. Okay, well, we need to build weapons and stuff. Well, if you can automate a kitchen, you can automate a factory. Oh, you know, yeah. And then that's Skynet, right? Skynet now has control of all the food and all the manufacturing. Do we become slaves or are we free in that society? Are we slaves to the AI or are we truly free? Hmm. Is that the fall of humanity or is that the transcendence of humanity? Hmm. That's a lot to think about. Gelato punch. Gelato punch. Get some today. And you too can figure out the future.